Is
Yeah.
there anything in the middle of the courtyard?
Nothing particularly that you can see.
Sir, I was gonna go
At
into
this
the middle.
distance, as Darvin's kind of looking around, you can see what looks to be some larger cocoons inside the church further up, like more inside the proper area of the church.
Alright. Can he use his at-will detect magic to see if there's anything magic?
He may. You do not detect anything magical in this particular area, though there is definitely something magical further up ahead.
Lily, don't go too far ahead.
Sayara goes into the middle of the thing. Is there's still nothing there?
As she steps into the center of the area, there is a very faint resonation of magic, but it seems to be locked off.
Alright, she'll just go down this way. Catch up with everybody up there.
I see Schlinger back. Yeah, for the most part, you can kind of hear some eerie, like the wind moving through several of the broken areas. You can hear wolves howl off in the distance.
You wouldn't say we're hearing any kind of skittering?
Crows and owls standing on various posts around, just kind of watching the party. No bats, surprisingly. And a number of like just small spiders skidding around.
First,
She doesn't really notice anything immediately, and like I said, there's a ton of small critters that appear to be watching you, like crows, owls.
Lily, I've got the room. Like, I can see all of it. Don't undermine me.
Yeah, and as you're getting close, you can see that there are some larger. So everyone can kind of step out here, and you kind of pause at this point for a moment.
Pause, everyone.
You can move in more fully if you would like. Like Shiki.
Oh, well, I can already see, so.
Yeah, up ahead, this area seems to be covered with a lot of spider webs. You see there are a few larger cocoons off in the corners, more or less. And at the end of the hallway, up here, sitting underneath a stained glass window, the moonlight shining through it, you do actually see the vampire. He's kind of just like sitting down. His back is to the party for a moment. Though at that moment, he kind of turns around and he stands back up. You actually got past. You got to here.
You know, you really should. Or maybe hire some better, hands, aids.
Yes, it would seem I must. Well, perhaps consorts can help deal with you.
He's a vampire.
Talk? Well, I suppose I could at least talk. And he kind of just grins at you.
Loading chamber 1, loading chamber 2, loading chamber 3.
Stop. You say it like it would just be quite that simple. I mean, we need to expand out. There's always more land to be gathered, and you wouldn't really understand what it's like. Some noble. That wasn't. Is she always like this?
yes.
She's dense.
Hey, Shiki, do me a favor and roll a con save.
I'm dead, kids. I'm off to Valhalla. Okay, con save done.
All right.
Wait. What do you reckon, guys? Lucky? Yeah, I'm gonna lucky it. I hate this game.
Shiki, you
Pull the gun out.
fall unconscious to the ground, asleep, and are also poisoned. As this happens, the rest of the group hears a kind of a shrill laughter above them as a figure flies through this passageway right here and around the corner. Probably, these passageways are very tall for whatever reason, and can't really get a good glimpse before they vanish around the corner, though the voice did appear female.
I wouldn't have seen this with 360-degree vision.
Did you have the hood down?
There's no hood, it's just a cloak.
Yeah, that's true. Well, looking above you, they've rolled rather well to beat your passive perception. Even with advantage, they rolled rather well. Before that happens, though...
Could Sayara
Before that happens, though, roll initiatives. He was stalling you.
I can't.
Obviously.
I should have just opened fire and shut her up.
You should have, probably.
Also, what's... Huh, what did Death take a load of damage?
Sayara should be 6th. Apparently it took
Oh,
Darvin's mod.
apparently, I don't think some of the HP was set up properly.
That's
Yeah,
strange.
but say-
Everyone's basically at full except for Lily. Yeah, everyone should be at full except for Lily. Let me...
I don't think this Death token's linked to a sheet.
I'm sorry. I'm messing with a ton of things right now. I'll
Okay.
get to deaths in a moment.
Okay,
I know that. I'm just like I'm messing with a ton of things right now. So hopefully I can.
I'll just do it manually on here.
This. I need to bring this back up. I need to go to this layer. I need to go take a look at Des. Make sure she's linked. She is. Go to Ione. No, the thing to keep in mind is that the characters might be linked, but a lot of times updating the token doesn't update the sheet, but updating the sheet does update the token.
Okay, I don't get a roll initiative yet, do I? As Shiki.
You
do, technically.
You will get to roll it, yes. So go ahead and roll it.
Please, someone wake me up straight away, please.
It does take an action, though. All right. So Darvin is up first.
That's you, Asa.
Actually, I do have one more thing to do because I have one more monster.
Yeah, it was plugged in, but that like barely plugged in state. All right, I'm trying to figure out how far away he is. This is awkward. What's the 980? So
80.
if I move 30, he'll be 50. I'm needed. It's basically just distance issues. Need to see how far some of the spells are. 60. Darvin can. Yeah,
Darvin can. So you were really only hearing, I'll give him a faint light around him for this purpose because he was sitting in an area, so you should be able to see that faint aura around him right there.
Alright, I could do that. I'll play it safe for right now and have Darvin move like 5 feet up to get a like just straight up clear shot, and then Eldritch Blast the vamp. Not yet, because he only has one spell slot. No one save it
both of those will miss.
Just in case I need it scenario.
And the vampire kind of just laughs. You really could have done much better. He reaches up and he snaps his fingers, and you can hear howling coming from behind you. They should be here shortly enough. Can we deal with the lot of them, please?
Get me up, get me up, get me up, get me up.
And he'll stalk forward, though he will take a moment to kind of lean against... he kind of moves behind the... he wouldn't move behind the pillar. He's more proud than that. Des is up.
Do I really want to walk into the hornet's nest?
Yes.
It takes an action, though.
Yeah. I could get there and just start smacking with a sunblade. I'm all worried about the wolves that are coming in. They're probably going to tear the sleeping folks apart. Maybe one of you should do it. I don't know. Maybe. I just got to quickly check something. If I look at Dessa's sheet,
All right. Also, for a moment, I apologize. Everything is going to go dark for a moment.
thank you.
Let me take care of this real quick.
No,
No, it's not that dynamic lighting was turned off. I need fog of war.
Okay, Emmett. First turn combat. Huh. Also on Dessa's first turn, she gets an extra plus 10 feet to speed.
Yeah.
So
she gets like 50 movement on the first turn.
yeah. So, huh.
She has 40 feet standard because she has mobile.
Yep. Then so she can get there and okay with the bonus, gonna Hunter's Mark him.
All right, Risu will be here shortly-ish, so we'll worry about that when she gets here.
Okay, so he's
you were gonna Hunter's Mark him, you said?
He's Hunter's Mark, yep, and
give him a green dot, or not a green dot, give him an orange dot.
And 3 Sunblades on him. Let's count them out, guys.
Yeah. Also, Shiki is poisoned as well, so I'm gonna give her a green dot.
What's the poison? Disadvantage, or actually I'm taking damage.
Attack and ability checks. All right, so that first attack will hit, and he is indeed undead. And the second attack will also hit. And Sayara isn't on initiative. Roll her again. And the third attack will also hit. He is not a monstrosity though, so yeah. Let me put her up there. That's where Sayara
is. It's 3d6, isn't it? Hunter's Mark damage.
Hunter's Mark would be 3d6, yes, because all of them hit.
9.
He is not actually vulnerable per se to like
sunlight.
Double damage to radiant, but the sunlight does affect him. Yeah, he is in sunlight right now. So I need to. I don't think you have torch around you. So there's the actual sunlight.
There we go.
Let me change the lighting on me right now as well, since everyone's. I gotta change the opacity so I can. See.
Damn, that was a nasty, nasty.
All right, now. Yeah, that's true. What does the Sunblade start at? Does anyone know off the top of their head? It might be 15. I'm going to double check. I have the book open. Yeah. Sunblade starts at 15:15, so I will give her 15. Yeah, I'll say she had it all the way turned up to 30. All right. So that is the. I don't think everyone can see that. I'll put it visible for everyone. So that is pure sunlight within that area, which also technically means she has a lot of light around her. I just want to do this for demonstration.
Sunlight.
She has that much light emitting around her.
Oh, sorry. There you go. Yeah. Oh, so I was going to move it for you. So
yeah, I'm going to turn the aura back off because I'll leave the aura on as well. We'll do both of them. All right, done, good, whatever. I'm good. Is that everything Des was gonna do? I didn't take the damage out yet.
Yes.
Let me take the damage out.
Yep.
Oh God, I got distracted on everything. So
let's count it, kids.
20 damage, 15 damage, so that's 35 plus 35 plus 22 plus 9, 66 damage to him. He does not look like he's enjoying this blade of pure sunlight as he just kind of looks at it. And at this moment, I have decided to do a strategy that you all despise. Shiki, unfortunately, wasn't enough in the room to notice this, but directly above you, you see a figure drop down right in front of you. Let me move her to the right layer. And yes, I love this token. From the ceiling, from the ceiling, a figure dressed in like a red and black gothic outfit, more or less, if it wasn't for the fact that 2 spider legs were poking out of the front of this outfit, you would assume it would just be some big, fancy, poofy dress. Though Lily would recognize this very quickly as a Drider, specifically a cleric, and she begins to cast spells. The first of which, you see a series of fiendish creatures swarm around her. I believe it is a 15-foot radius. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
And as she finishes casting that, she casts another spell.
Oh, we're this is on.
Sanctuary.
I do. I always have spirit guardians prepared.
Darvin,
No.
who's not in line of sight.
He doesn't.
He has the wand or the rod,
Right.
but he's not in line of sight.
How?
He has the rod.
Quick question. Using the rod, how long does it take to do the anti-magic field effect on it?
However long the spell will take.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's going to be everything she would do on her turn.
And
so
this-
next up is Shiki, who has not been waken up yet, so she is still asleep.
I don't even get a roll. Okay.
No, you're asleep.
I don't know. Maybe we could have just used Jarvan to kick her up for the first freaking round. No.
Yeah, I saw.
All right, let me make sure I have every sheet open that I need. I have her open. Do I have the vampire open? I should have the vampire open. How do I not have the vampire open? And then I need the Drider Cleric open. Bog standard Driders are kind of terrible in some cases.
Well,
Give
that's
them
a
proper
cleric, isn't
spell
it?
casting and they can be nasty. No, it is not Lily's turn, by the way. Because in the sunlight, as you can see directly above Des, a figure kind of flies out above her. Same one that appeared around the corner. Let me move her to the right layer. And she just kind of, Harpy from the first appearance, she just kind of smiles, grins down at there, and kind of lifts her hands up and begins to cast another spell. Do I have this? Why do I not have any? Raga.
Although I don't know if anti-magic field would be worth it considering he has no ranged weaponry.
That would be kind of a pain otherwise. And as she casts the spell, darkness envelops the area around her. That should be the darkness bubble, I think.
Darvin can see through it.
No, does he can see through magical, right?
Eldritch
He
Sight
can.
says see through magic
Yes,
light.
he can see through magical darkness. However, the Sunblade creates bog standard natural sunlight. It is not a spell making it. The Sunblade will still function within it, but the vampire is effectively no longer in darkness.
Or in sunlight.
Or in sunlight, yes. And that's going to be her action. Lily is up. And yes, the Harpy is hovering in the darkness.
Yes.
Is a wisdom save, yes. I will tell you in a moment, because I did actually
34.
make sure to prepare it. I prepared it, I just didn't roll it yet. You will take 21 on a fail. 21 necrotic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. You passed your save, you are able to hit her. And that is per an attack. And that will hit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she passed concentration save. The second wisdom save passed as well. And that one will miss. Yep, 1d20 for the stopwatch. Lily turns to stone for 1 round. Let's put a lock on her.
Close enough.
Close enough. Sariel, you are up. Yep. She, I believe, passes her save. Yes. It was the same as last time. I think I said 21. 21 damage. 21 necrotic damage. Halved would be 10. I'll say 10. I would think I've been doing rounding up, so it should have been 11, but I'll say 10. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Only this wasn't an action, it was a bonus.
Sorry.
No, you're not. What for?
For Sanctuary.
I'd say yeah.
I'm going to say yes as well, because you're the one directing the attack. All right, so the spiritual weapon, I'll pull it out, put it on the opposite side of Lily, unless you have it. Yeah, so that will hit, and that will hit, so she will take 14. Oh, I put that on the wrong layer. Let me grab that off the right layer. And that'll hit for 14 force damage.
Con save.
Yep, the Druida Cleric's con save. And she's fine. All right. Risu, if you are indeed here, say something. She's muted. I'm just making sure that she's actually in the call and can hear us before I explain. All right, so I don't hear anything. I'm not going to worry about it yet. Let me... Where is this over here? Your speed is relatively quick. All right, so behind the corner, this is
I am here, by
Cassie's
the way.
turn. All right, behind the corner, you're in a vampire final fight time right now. Behind the corner, you will see a huge mass, like a swarm of spiritual wolves just charging out of the darkness towards Sariel. And they kind of seem like it's a big mass of spiritual energy. You can see several wolf-like figures running about throughout them. They run up close to Sariel, and as she gets close, she just feels this icy sense of doom all around her. She will have to roll a con save. I do as well. You luckily passed your con save, so you will take 10 cold damage and nothing else. All right, and then they are going to attempt to bite you as several of the spiritual wolves, or spectral wolves, whatever you want to call it, just come out and try to nom. This is a swarm. No, they have a range of 5. So they can't actually be in your space because they don't technically have the swarm rules. And they are it's technically a large swarm of medium creatures. So because they're medium, they couldn't be in your space anyway. So they attempt to bite you. Your AC is 18. The first one manages to bite you, but the second one misses. The third one manages to bite you. So you will take a total of 9 piercing and 1 cold from the first, and 10 piercing and 1 cold from the second. Next up is Cassidy's turn. Cassidy... Oh, what's Cassidy going to end up trying to do? Cassidy will hear the wolves around the corner, so she's going to...
Quick, go calm down your brethren.
I don't have actually a good thought process out for what Cassidy is going to do. Yeah, Cassidy, actually, I feel really bad that I'm playing her very simple. I'm just going to have her transform and try to... actually, let me think first. Moonbeam is an action to cast, right? Yeah, specifically for Moonbeam. Specifically for Moonbeam, yes. So let me grab an orb. It's Moonbeam should be. She's going to start off by casting Moonbeam. I don't think she can cast it directly on the Drider. Actually, she'll do the Wisdom save to attempt that. I need to go over here. Wisdom save. I actually don't know, Riso. I found this image online and I really liked it. She passes the Wisdom save, so she can actually cast the Moonbeam half in the darkness like this. Let me roll Moonbeam for Cassidy real quick. That's a level 1, level 2 spell, I think, actually. As soon as I freaking find Moonbeam. There it is. Yep, so she will cast Moonbeam. She'll cast it. What does higher level do for this spell?
Probably increased damage.
I don't know. That's wrong spell. Damages increases. So yeah, she'll cast it at a 3rd level. So the Drider Cleric will then have to roll a con save. So many saves. She will fail her save, taking 23 radiant damage. And she has to roll a con save. And she passes her con save wonderfully. If those were reversed, she would have been much better off. And then Cassidy will not run forward, but she will shapeshift because bonus action. As soon as I find Beastcast. And there's still Cassidy out here in the corner. And she'll just kind of start to move around the corner a little bit. She can make it to about there, I believe. Sayara, you're up now.
You're going to hate me for the spell that I actually did prepare, because I'm going to move over here.
Does it fix the darkness?
And then, yes, actually, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Daylight.
Level
Day,
3.
man.
Level 3, yep. That will completely negate it. Good choice. This is something that you would have realistically prepared.
Actually, yes.
Because you're
Considering
fighting a vampire. It's something you would not have
totally
prepared.
it.
vampire, darkness, also, it's just really good to have a just straight up spell for, hey, there's light there.
Yep.
It's
so
not
you
sunlight.
You reach out, you cast a spell in the area, and in a moment, the darkness disperses, leaving you to see the harpy hovering probably 10 feet off the ground, and then the vampire and death standing there as well.
I'm going to say
the only other level 3 spell I would have had would have been Dispel Magic, which Darvin has.
I'm going to say is we need a front line
right now, Sayara.
What?
Do you have anything else to do?
I was debating I can't see Sariel, can
I? From right here, no. I'd say no.
Yeah, so no.
All right, then Ione is up.
We need a front
Ione,
line.
you have to roll a wisdom save first of all.
I'm here. I just accidentally muted my microphone while trying to unmute it.
All right.
Wisdom, you said?
Yeah, wisdom. The Drider Cleric, as you've realized very quickly, is your best friend and is doing Sanctuary Spirit Guardians.
Well, of course. Why not? Why not? Of course we're using Spirit Guardians in Sanctuary. I collect wisdom, I'm just waiting for it to post.
Yep. All right, so you will pass your save, so you're only going to take 11 damage. 11 necrotic damage.
I'm like looking over my strategic options right now.
Maybe the wolf that's Rick and our front line. I mean back line.
There's Wolfie or Valor, I could probably make it up there to support Daz. Yeah, I can easily make that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is difficult through the Spiritual Guardians.
So you wouldn't be able to make it.
Well, I could spend a key, treat it as a dash action, and completely negate that. But
yeah, you could. Getting over this would count as difficult, but once you're on the other side, you're fine. It's just the act of crossing it costs 5. Though you could probably negate it with a easy acrobatics, especially for Ione.
All right, so that's 20. I'm gonna go ahead and take that acrobatics check.
All right, yep. So roll the acrobatics.
I clicked it. Oh wow!
You barely passed the DC. It's not that difficult to jump over it. Like you would literally need a natural 1 to fail that.
Alright.
Only because that would put her at a 9 and the DC is 10.
The wolf. Boop. Punching some spiritual wolves for the
Yeah,
face.
we also, as a side remark, we also ended up getting a +2 short sword with no attunement. We did give that to Ione if she intends to use it.
Now you tell me, and I don't have my macros set up.